Hi friends! Hello, how are you? I'm exhausted, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Today is my 2-year anniversary with my boyfriend, which is like, but he also got a tooth pulled today, which is like sad. Today we are doing something that's just gonna make me sadder, so I'm not really sure why I'm choosing to do it today, but we're gonna be decluttering my eyeshadow palettes. This is going to be really hard. It's not going to be as successful as you guys are hoping or as I'm hoping. It's going to be difficult. I'm very emotionally attached to my eyeshadows. I'm not sure why. I just keep thinking of like, what if one day I need to use these? But to be quite honest, I don't. I don't know how many I have currently, but I know it's a lot. And I'm going to be buying the Vault collection when it comes out, the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection on Tuesday. So the day you're seeing this, I'll be buying it the next day. So I need to declutter like a little bit to add those. And also I know there's new releases that are coming out that I'm excited about. And yeah. So basically I want to explain really quick. I'm doing these declutters every Monday. But I wanted to explain where this makeup is going because I've gotten a couple questions and I don't think I've explained it very well. So I have a bag where I've been keeping everything, and basically, luckily, one of my best friends, her name is Bethany, her and my other best friend Amber, I usually give most of my makeup to. Bethany is going to be coming up next weekend, and they're both going to come over and go through the bag, and I'm going to kind of let them have their pick of whatever they want from the bag. Stuff that they don't take, I'm probably either going to sell or donate. There's a Project Beauty Share where if you have some like lightly used or never used palettes, mostly powders, I know you can't really do liquids, but most liquids, if I'm getting rid of them, it's because they're very old, so those will get thrown away. But yeah, I'm doing that with the makeup. I'm not just throwing all of this away. It's getting repurposed or reused by someone. And yeah, that's basically it. I wanted to kind of explain that because I felt like people were asking me if I could send it to them, and I'm not going to send any subscribers any used makeup. I'll just buy something. With that being said, stay tuned for Friday. I think when you're watching this I'm filming this like a week before I'm posting it, so I'm very confused. But this coming Friday, I'll be announcing a 6,000 subscriber giveaway that I'm really excited to do for you guys. I have a couple of things planned for that, but yeah, I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I feel like my under eye bags are probably so large, but I'm really excited to do this. I've actually normally when I do declutters, I declutter everything and then I put it right back in the drawer and just don't actually declutter it. So I've actually been keeping things decluttered and I'm liking it a lot so far with the 2 things I've already decluttered. So yeah, we're just going to get into this. Let's just start. I'm going to count how many I have at the end and how many I've gotten rid of and all of that. But right now, I think it's somewhere close to 80. God, that's terrible. I think it's somewhere close to 80 palettes, something maybe even possibly over 80 palettes. I know there are a lot here. So let's just get started. Okay, so this is the Deuce palette by Juvia's. And it looks like this. I'm going to keep this. I've been making a really big effort to use my Juvia's Place palettes ever since I made that video talking about how I don't use them. And I got a lot of really good ideas and a lot of inspiration from you guys about how to get use out of these. So I think I am going to keep this one. I also have the Saharan by Juvia's. This one I don't think I am going to keep. I have never touched this, I don't think. Maybe swatched it, but I don't think I've ever touched it, and I think this would go well. I have colors like this in other Juvia's Place palettes and just other palettes, so I think someone else would get a lot more use out of this, and this is something that since I haven't used, I could donate to Project Beauty Share, so I think I'm going to do that rather than keeping it, pretending I'm going to use it, and then never using it, maybe using it once and not being able to donate it. Violet Voss Pro, this is the Holy Grail palette. Man. I'm going to put this in the maybe, see how many colors I end up keeping that are identical to this, and then kind of decide, because I'm not sure about this one. I like it a lot, but I don't reach for it because I have so many warm tone palettes that are just like this. But I like it so much. Okay, hold on. This Makeup Revolution chalk, I'm going to get rid of all of my Makeup Revolution palettes, I'm pretty sure. Most of them are never used. So again, these are really good ones to donate. This is another Makeup Revolution palette. It's called the Salation one. Not bad palettes by any mean. They're actually really good palettes for the price especially, but I just don't. I have Mountain of Eyeshadow. I don't use it. This is a random Ulta palette. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm never going to use this. ever. I don't know why I bought it, honestly. This is a color chrome palette from Model's Own. Looks like this. I'm gonna get rid of this. The eyeshadow formula is, wow, I'm getting rid of so much already. The eyeshadow formula is cool on this, but it's like a gel formula and I just don't use it, to be quite honest. Okay, this little Milani quad is actually really good, but I got it to dupe the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. I think I still am going to keep this though, because these exact colors aren't in the Rose Gold palette, but it is a very similar formula, and I still like these. I'm going to keep this. I like this little quad, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. Okay, I'm definitely keeping the Just Peachy Mattes palette from Too Faced. This is one of my favorite Too Faced palettes I think they've ever come out with. The second I saw this, I knew I needed to get it. These pinks and peachy shades are just so my jam. And I actually don't feel like I have a ton of peach shades. So I feel like this one I don't have to feel guilty about keeping. And it smells really good. Let's just address the elephant in the room. These are 3 Meet Matrimony palettes. Okay. I got the first one. This Meet Matrimony palette. This is the first one I got, and I use this a ton. If you look at it, you probably can't tell, but there's dents in it. It's obviously been used at least a decent amount. And then I got these 2 because I liked that formula so much, and I never, ever, ever use these. I think I've used this one like a couple times, but I don't think this one's ever been used. I think I'm gonna keep this initial one. This is a really good formula and really good matte shades. I really, really like these. This matte black is really nice. So I think I'm gonna keep this, but I'm gonna break the chain of needing to have the entire collection of things and get rid of these 2. Because I'm just not completely, I just don't use them. And these could go to good homes. Galaxy Chic. This is such a hard one for me because I never use this. Literally, I should get rid of this, but I don't want to. I'm going to put this in the maybe. I can't decide this at this moment. I need to see how much I get rid of before I can justify keeping it. Okay, these are some other ones. I never, ever use these 9-pan palettes from Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Totally Cute palette, and it is cute. It had, like, the stickers. And this is the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. I think I'm going to keep the peanut butter and jelly because, to be fully honest with you guys, it's really a sentimental reason. I searched for this far and wide and bought it like from I think I bought it from like Depop or something. Searched for this for so long and finally found it, and it was such a great moment when I finally got it. And when I first got it, I used it so much. It was one of my first palettes. So I think I am going to keep this one for now because I still use it sometimes. I'll pull it out, but this one I never pull out. So I'm going to just get rid of this one. This Tarte Play with Clay palette. I'm going to keep this. And I'll tell you why in a minute, because I'm going to get rid of another neutral palette that justifies me keeping that. I just got this from Crown in my BoxyCharm, and I hated it. I used it twice. The look came out awful. I really didn't like it, so I am going to get rid of that. Is it time to finally get rid of the peach palette? I'm going to put this in the maybe. I have such a hatred with this. You guys probably know because I talk about it all the time, but I'll talk about it later. Some of these I just can't deal with right now. Like, I'm just not ready emotionally. I'm going to get rid of this e.l.f. Baked eyeshadow palette. It looks like I've used it a ton because it looks all... I've only ever swatched it a million times. Thought, oh, that's pretty. I should use that soon, and then never used it. So I'm definitely keeping Tartelette and Bloom. This is like my go-to travel palette. And it's been used and abused. And for natural days, that's always my go-to. Keeping that for sure. This is the Supernova, the Bad Habit. To be perfectly honest, I haven't really used it since June when I bought it. But I think I want to keep this and give it another chance. And I like that it has some cooler tones in it. Those are definitely unique to my collection. So I think I am going to keep the Supernova palette for right now. Definitely getting rid of this Shade and Light Eye Quad. It's too powdery. And it's just not worth the hassle. I'm going to get rid of the My Little Pony palette because I hate it. And I think I've used it like once or twice. And I just didn't like it. This was not a favorite ColourPop palette of mine. I'm going to keep my Almar Cosmetics. What's this called? Renal del Caribe something. This is a really cute palette, really cool. I think it was smart of them to get this in BoxyCharm because now I know about their brand and I'm interested. I like the formula of these quite a bit, but I do notice some fallout with these like blues. But other than that, I really like this palette. I think it's a cool little cohesive thing, so I'm going to keep this. I'm trying to do this really fast because there's so many of these. I'm going to keep these two color palettes 100%. This is the Yes Please palette, which is like one of their best palettes, as is the Femme Rosa. I know you can't get this anymore, so I don't really use this on my channel because you guys can't get it. But I absolutely love this palette, so I'm definitely keeping those. I feel like I have to keep my I've talked about this in a video, I have to keep this Urban Decay palette. I don't really use it ever, but it's my first palette. I just have to keep it, no matter how beat up she gets. Okay, Prism. This is definitely the Anastasia palette. We'll just do all the Anastasia palettes because I don't think I'm going to get rid of any of them, if I'm being honest with myself here. Wait, where's Norvina? Oh, there she is. She got lost. The Prism is definitely the one I use the least. So if I had to get rid of one Anastasia palette, it would probably be Prism. But I actually I like it. Like, the colors are different, they're unique. If I want to do something more editorial and fun, this is what I reach for. So I am going to keep Prism. Wow. And then I'm definitely keeping Modern Renaissance. Definitely keeping Soft Glam. And I am going to keep Norvina for now. I'm not the type of person that collects makeup to have like a full set. Like, I got rid of Subculture, no problem, even though it kind of broke up what I have here of these like velvety palettes. So if this turns out to be something I really hate in time, I'll definitely get rid of it. But for right now, I like it. It's fine. It's not my favorite palette, but it's not terrible. So I want to keep it for now. I'm also just going to go ahead and keep my Too Faced Chocolate Bar. This is like one of the other first couple of palettes I ever got. And it's been used. Like, I definitely use this a lot. I hit like pan on Marzipan or whatever. And this is still a good one when I want like a very neutral look. This one's always a good go-to for me. And it has some really good shimmers too. And I'm definitely keeping the Sweet Peach palette. This might actually be one of my favorite palettes of all time. I don't know why this palette sticks out to me as such a good palette, but it's definitely in my top 5 favorite eyeshadow palettes. Like, I really, really like this one. So I'm keeping both of those. Let's talk about Storybook Cosmetics and move some of these over so you guys can see the extent. Oh, Natasha, don't fall. Natasha can't fall. Okay, these are some Storybook Cosmetics. I have the Burn Book. You know, you guys were asking when I first got these to do a video. I also have the Harry Potter one. You guys were asking to do a video on them, and I never did one because I just got busy, honestly, and I had other stuff going on. They're not really new anymore. I'm definitely keeping these because, number one, it's not even just that they're cool because they're like in a book. The formula is really fantastic for both of these palettes. If you guys would like to see some sort of look done with these palettes, definitely let me know because I'd be down to do it. I'd like to have these more displayed on my desk. Right now they're in a drawer, and I think that's a travesty. So I think what I'm going to do is display these on my desk to almost look like books, kind of. I know it's so original because they're shaped like books, but kind of have them sitting like over here or something, just so they're not sitting getting wasted, because I feel like right now they're getting a little wasted. Yeah, I like that a lot better because then you can see the whole point of those. Like, yeah, they're good shadows, but the whole point of Storybook is the packaging. So I'm 100% keeping my Natasha Denona. Somebody asked me if I still use this on Twitter because they hadn't seen me using it on my channel. I don't use it on my channel because I just feel so bad about how expensive it is that I don't want to recommend it to people. But when I go out or I'm going to a bar or something, or I'm going out dancing with my friends, this is 100% the palette I use for. You can see especially this gold shade I've really dug into. So I do use this quite a bit. It's just not something I like to advertise because it's not something everyone can get. I am keeping this. At first, I really did not like this palette. I thought I didn't get it, and I still have some trouble with it. Sometimes I have to be feeling really inspired to use it. But first of all, my mom got me this, and she didn't just like get it for me because I asked for it for Christmas or something. She bought it thinking I would, you know, like she saw it and thought of me and was like, oh, I want to get her that. And I thought that was really sweet because normally with makeup, I have to like ask my mom, tell her specifics because she doesn't really know. But she saw this and knew that I would like it, and she got it for me. And I've grown to really, really like it. Some of these shades down here are some of the most pigmented, like primary colors I've ever had. And I do really, really like it now. I'm not supporting Kat Von D on my channel, so you won't see this on my channel anymore. But as I've said previously in Declutters, I'm going to keep the makeup that I have from her that I like and use it up. I'm not going to just get rid of something just because it's Kat Von D. So I'm definitely keeping this. It adds a little bit of variety to my collection. So Here's another Makeup Revolution palette. I don't even know what this is. I don't even remember buying this. Mermaids Forever. Guess not. My friend, I bet Amber would like this though. My friend Amber. I'm getting rid of one specifically for her. This is the Tarteist Pro palette. I loved this when I first got it, and I used it like all the time. You can see it's been used. Like, I used to use this all the time when I first got it, and I loved it so much. And I told Amber when she came over a few months ago, I was like, if I don't use this in the next like 3 months, I'm just going to give it to you. I'm not ready yet, but like in 3 months, and I think it's time to just give it to her. Because I used this on her when I did her makeup once, and she freaked. Like, she loved it so much. And I feel like knowing in my head that there's a person in my life that I love who would absolutely love this and use it every single day makes me just want to give it to her. So, and I think it's really cool for a beginner because it's set up so well. It's set up that you can just go right across the row and like have a set look. So, and she's kind of a beginner at makeup, so I'm definitely giving this to Amber. Okay, I'm probably going to keep most of my Morphe palettes. 3502. Here's my problem. I don't use these all the time, but when I use them, I just love them. Like, I just absolutely love them. 350, 3502. They look similar, but they're a little bit different than you think. This is a lot more warmed, and this is a lot more cooled. Realistically, what I might do, what I've been thinking about doing for a while, is, because you'll notice in Morphe palettes, this is the 35F, which is like, looks like this. And then I also have the 35P. And you guys will notice with Morphe palettes that they all have very similar, it's just browns with like some colors in them. And I like that, but I think what I'm gonna do is, and maybe I'll film it if you guys wanna see it, go through all of these palettes, these 4 Morphe palettes, pick out my favorite shades from them, the shades that I wanna keep, depot them and put them in a Z palette. I've never done that before. I've never put things into Z palettes, but I just think it's just kind of a waste to have 4 huge bulky palettes when I do reach for them. When I do reach for them, I reach for like 5 of the shades. You know what I mean? Like, that seems silly to me. So I think what I might do, let me know if you guys want to see a video on that, because I might just depot all of these and put them in a Z palette and then get rid of the other colors, put them all together and then give it to someone. But I am going to keep these for now until I figure out I'm going to do that with that. But I think that's what I'm going to do with this Morphe palettes. Definitely getting rid of this Sephora Pantone Universe palette. I bought this on like Poshmark when I was first doing makeup because I wanted color, and then I never used it. So this is going away. Let's see, this little Sephora palette's definitely got to go. I just never used it. I bought it because it was on sale, and then it's a shame. Sephora Pro palette. This has all the neons. I liked it. I gave this palette a really good review, and I stand by that review. I like this palette a lot, but I never reach for it. But I'm wondering if maybe, I'm going to keep it though, because I've gotten rid of quite a bit right now. Way more than I thought I would I got rid of. So I'm going to keep this for now. It's a good go-to. Same thing with my electric palette. I will never get rid of this electric palette. This is like my all-time, this is the best colorful eyeshadow palette I will ever own. I don't care if they say it stains your eyes. It's never stained my eyes. It's never been bad for my eyes. And this is such a good colorful palette. I'm just obsessed with this. I'm surprised it doesn't look more used because I really have used and abused this like so much. This is such a good palette. Okay, I also gonna just depot these 3 blushes right here. It's, what is it? Down Boy, Frat Boy, and an In Stain blush, and I'm gonna get rid of the rest of the palette. All I want from here are the blushes. I don't need these. I got this at like, I think Burlington Coat Factory for like $6, something ridiculous. And I just don't need this. But I'm going to keep it for now so I can depot these blushes. And then once I do that, I'm going to probably just get rid of the rest because I never use that palette. Okay, Magic by Juvia's. Oh yeah, definitely keeping this one. This one I've been the most inspired by of all my Juvia's Place palettes. Like, definitely going to keep this one. This purple shade right here is so beautiful. So pretty. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. I like this one a lot. Just to end the Juvia's Place, I'm going to keep the other ones I have too. But I'm definitely keeping my Masquerade Mini palette. I like this one a lot. And I'm also going to keep the new Afrique palette. I've been loving this one as well. So, going to keep those. Alright. I can't believe I'm doing this so fast. I feel like I'm zooming through this. I bought these 2 Mickey Mouse palettes to do a video on. pretty much because I thought it might be cool. I have like a Mickey Mouse face palette as well that I bought with it. And I just kind of wanted to see the quality, but I might actually just throw these in a giveaway for you guys because they've literally never even been opened. Like the plastic is still on them. Because I think this would be cute for like a giveaway thing. I don't know what to do with those palettes. I had a video idea and then I just never did it. Okay, so this is a really cool palette. It's the Tarte High Performance Neutrals palette. And I actually love this Neutrals palette like a lot. But I don't use it. And my friend Bethany, I think, would really like this because she loves Tarte because they're vegan and all that. So I'm probably going to give this to her. I'm getting rid of my Shade and Light eye palette. I've decided. This was a hard decision, but that's why I'm keeping that Tarte neutral palette. It's buried. The one I kept earlier, and I was like, I'll tell you why. It's because I'm getting rid of this Kat Von D one. I don't like this very much. I don't use it very much. I thought it was amazing when I first bought it, and now I don't. And that's pretty much that. It has nothing to do with the scandal behind her. This just isn't something I like or use, so I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, this is my KKW Mario palette. I don't reach for this a ton anymore since I reviewed it. I think I'm going to keep it, though. I like this enough, and it's relatively new, so I want to give it a shot. These Lorac palettes are so hard. I've debated getting rid of these so many times, but at the end of the day, I just like them. And even though I don't use them that much, I like them. So I'm not going to force myself to get rid of them. I am going to keep these because at the end of the day, I just like them and I don't want to get rid of them. So I'm keeping them. And that's that. And when I need a cool, like neutral, like a cool toned look, this is 100% the palette I'll go to. And I have no other shades like that in my collection. This one I could do probably, but like I like them, so I'm keeping them. Okay, definitely getting rid of this. This is just a Forever 21 palette. I don't know. It's not bad, actually. The quality is pretty good for like $6 for a palette. This is a decent palette. And if you are on a budget, I would actually recommend this palette. I liked it a lot. I just don't. I'm also going to get rid of this Wet n Wild palette because I never use it. I don't know why I bought it. It was silly. I'm going to get rid of it. The Naked 2 because I used to like it for travel, but the black shade fell out and now it's a completely pointless palette when you can't have anything to deepen the crease. Okay, I'm probably going to get rid of this Blink Electric BoxyCharm palette as well because I just don't reach for it. I'm going to get rid of this little Wet n Wild Quad 2. I think I like stole this from my sister or something, so probably going to get rid of this Winky Lux palette. The reason I've kept this so long is because I like this transformative shade right here. It's like pink with blue shifts. I don't know if you guys can see. It's a very unique shade. Man, I really love that shade. That's such a unique color. But keeping a whole palette for one color seems kind of silly. But that's such a unique color. I don't know. I mean, this is actually like pretty good. Whoa. What are we thinking? Those are some swatches. I think I'm going to keep this. This is actually really good quality. I'm being one of those people right now that's like, I'm going to keep it. But I am. I'm going to keep it. I've told you guys before about my feelings about decluttering. I'm not going to like force myself to get rid of stuff just because. I'm going to only get rid of stuff I truly am just over. Naked Ultimate Basics. This one's hard for me. I don't use this a ton, but I lusted after this palette, mostly because of the packaging, because like that packaging is so beautiful. And I lusted after this. And when it finally went on sale, I like scooped it. I'm going to keep it. I haven't had it super, super long. I've had it less than a year. So I'm going to keep it and give myself a little bit more chances to play with that. I love this Morphe 9C palette. I'm definitely keeping this. I think it's a really good palette. Colored Rain. Am I going to keep? Yes, this is my favorite palette of all time. I'm 100% keeping this. Nothing will ever make me not. Is the plastic still on this? Are you joking? Wow, the plastic is still on the mirror. Well, now it looks really new and fresh, so that's fun. It looks brand new. Hello. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this. I've absolutely loved this palette. Yeah, my fave. Okay, we're getting down. I feel like I went through this so fast. I'm glad because I didn't want this to be like an hour video. I'm going to get rid of this Soiree Diaries palette from Pure. It just nothing super. It's not a bad palette. It's not a good palette. It's just nothing interesting and I don't need it. I am going to keep this Violet Voss palette. I don't love this because it's all shimmer, but I think it can be really good for accent colors, like pops of colors. And I also feel like the look I created with this was really fun. So I'm going to keep this around. And these colors aren't as like bright and neon as like the Sephora palette or the Urban Decay Electric. They're a little bit more muted colors, so I actually kind of like them. So I'm going to keep that. Okay, definitely keeping the BH Festival palette. Really, really, really like this one. Definitely keeping my Jaclyn Hill palette. I love this palette. It's a staple for me, like love. And I'm also going to keep my Morphe 24G palette. Final two palettes. Yikes. Huda Beauty. So, okay, so this is Desert Dusk, obviously. And then this is the Rose Gold before she remastered, because this wasn't good enough, I guess. I'm definitely keeping these two palettes, but I am going to make a whole video talking about it, but I guess I'll just talk about it here too. I don't think I'm going to be supporting Huda Beauty anymore. Makes me really, really sad, because these two palettes are honestly like two of my favorite palettes in my entire collection. I love these palettes so much, but I don't think I'm going to be promoting them, and I don't think I'm going to be buying from her anymore. And if I were to buy from her, it's not something I'm ever going to put on my channel again, just because of, it's not even just one thing that's happened with her. It's been, I feel like it's been so many consecutive things that I just can't support her at this moment in time. So I'm going to keep these, but just know you're not going to see them on my channel too much anymore, because I'm just over it, honestly. I can't deal with her. I am going to get rid of the Kylie. I've been looking at it, and it's time to let go of this hatred. It's like hate watching someone. I just hate look at it. I keep the Galaxy Chic because I think it's pretty, and I think that's a good enough reason for me. And I am going to keep my Violet Voss Holy Grail Pro palette because I've decided I like it, so I'm keeping it. And that's that. All right, let me count all of these, figure out how many I'm keeping, how many I'm getting rid of, and then I'll let you guys know the final total. I didn't really know how to count these because I'm either giving these away or keeping the blushes. And I counted all of my Morphe palettes, these black ones, as one because I'm going to be putting them all into one palette. So total, I've kept 45 eyeshadow palettes, and I got rid of 25, which I think is actually really, really good for me. I don't part with my children lightly. I don't like to get rid of them. It makes me really sad. But I think this is genuinely like a good thing. And I think I'm going to feel a lot less clutter in my eyeshadow palette drawers, which will be nice. And I'll be able to like appreciate. I'm trying to just tell myself it's going to be okay, okay? But yeah, so that's my video. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it inspired you to maybe clean out your drawers a little bit. But don't go crazy. Don't feel like you have to get rid of stuff just because. You don't have to. You don't have to get rid of anything. You can choose to if you want to, but you don't have to. Don't force yourself to get rid of things just to meet a number is basically my point of all this. But yeah, I love you guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. I'm honestly just so happy you're watching me. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.